Welcome to another episode of Your Game Therapy. As always, I am your host, Candor, and tonight we will be jumping into episode number 4 of Blueprints. On the last episode, we got so far, yet fell so short of the 46th room. I will admit, I'd been playing for like 4 hours straight, so I was getting kind of tired, and when I went back to edit that video, I actually noticed so many things that I missed while I was walking through those final rooms, and I just want to go back and make sure that I double check some things and see if my observations are correct. I'll give you guys a hint. It has to do with the chess pieces, and it has to do with the 2 paintings in each room. I totally, when I was in the office, I, for whatever reason, didn't acknowledge the fact that there was a whiteboard that had 2 words, and the difference between the 2 words was 1 letter. And that's as far as I'm going to go before we go to this game. However, I'm excited to get started again because the world is open to us. We have a mail order waiting to be collected today. I'm hoping that we're going to have a great run. But as always, guys, before we get started, grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite snacks, kick back and relax, and enjoy the 4th episode of Blueprints on Your Game Therapy with Candor. Cheers. Let's begin. Day 4. Oh my God, I missed so many big things on the last episode. But, we opened so many big things. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this run. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so the very first question we're going to have to ask ourselves is, we opened the west path. Do we want to go outside and check if the shelter is available to us? Now, here's my thought process. I think it makes more sense to go out there later in the run, because the higher up we go in rank, it seems to be the more penalized we are with the red rooms. It feels like the penalty is severe in the higher ranks compared to the first ones. So if we can score a shelter that protects us from 3 rooms when we're like at rank 8, I think it's more beneficial to us than when we go right now at rank 1. Does that make sense? So I don't think I'm going to go outside just yet. Okay. We're going to get an opportunity to test our theory here. Queen and ace. Okay, so I'm not sure that this has ever changed. I think I've gotten this every time, but I've not paid enough attention. So I will openly theory craft on what I think is going on here. That way we can kind of compare our notes at the end of the game. I believe that the queen and the ace tells you the layout of certain things every time. So let's say that there'd be a king here and an ace. I think it's going to be a different layout than if it was a queen and an ace. And I think this kind of gives you a clue as to how to get started correctly when we move into our very first rooms. Now, one thing I wanted to see... We don't have the magnifying glass anymore. Okay, yeah, I remember. By the time we read this, I assume you're fully aware of last wishes, all the details, bequest. Yeah, no tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. Here, let's look at our notes because we wrote down the code. Wow, I have Minecraft notes in here. Okay, so 1128 is the tree. Now, with that said, do we want to go out there first for 1128? One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. That is speaking directly to us right now. I'm going to go outside and go look at the tree, even though it's going to cost me 1 step to get out here. But I think it's worth it. Let's go to the tree, let's go to the orchard and see what the next thing is going to unlock. Because that was the whole point. We got to see the picture for what it was, and we got the code for the orchard. I also wanted to take one other look at the little guy over here. Yeah. Huh. Seems important, but doesn't seem important right now. I know, that made perfect sense. So 1128. Oh boy, we've unlocked the door. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20. Oh, that's legit. Can I pick? Okay, that's okay. Well, in a weird way, it's exactly what I thought it was. So I thought that we could pick the apples, and then we'd be able to take the apples with us inside. But 20 extra steps is no joke. So we are basically starting off with 70 steps instead of 50. That's amazing. That's a big buff. Big buff. Now, if we know puzzle games, we know for sure there is something else to look at here. There's no way it was just like, hey, here's 20 steps, but there's nothing else here. Go away. It's definitely more like a, here's part 1. Where does that go? What would that open? Oh, no. This counts like a room. It counts like a room. You're so stupid. That's so dumb. Okay. That was too very... A sundial. Now here's something I haven't seen in a while. Now, if I remember sundials correctly, they always start at north, right? They're always pointed at 12 o'clock, and the shadow is cast at 3? No, the shadow's cast at like 2. Is it accurately actually getting time? Let's see if we can watch it move. I can't tell if it's moving. Okay. It was around 2 o'clock. Gardener's logbook. At least it didn't cost me another step to go in. I guess we should just pull that lever, right? And just see what happens. April 10th, 1992. By the way, we moved our camera to the bottom left because all that it blocks is next page and last page. And I figure that's the least important thing of the game. Everything else should everything should look good. Okay, so Gardener's logbook, April 10th, 1992. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbooks, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. And actually, let me change one setting. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So let's keep going. Among my many commissioned duties, I've been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Let's store that bit of information in our heads. The west wing maintenance has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house. Along the east and west wings, the terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this room. So we have done the greenhouse And I think the secret garden, but we have not done these others. So green rooms will only spawn on the wings. Got it. One of the first tasks I undertook as a groundskeeper... Oh boy, we're taking a picture of this, by the way. That right off the bat is super important. Let's do this. Okay. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering that would benefit from this survey only ever appear in the wings. The rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers then can bloom in the greenhouse. So we want to spawn the greenhouse on the 4th rank, the 7th rank, and the 9th rank, and the 3rd rank on the west side. Got it. We want rich soil. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wirings. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. The smudge pots found along the apple trees here in the orchard are critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitudes of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Okay. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I've submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the best part of our lunch yesterday, and she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. Hold on. One, I just noticed that we're kind of translucent in our camera, so we're gonna fix that real quick. But two, the numbers under the oh my god. This game is so outrageous. This game is actually outrageous. The hoe, the hammer, the pitchfork, the mop, the broom angel, and the angel crop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the ranks. We have to build the appropriate room with the rank. So, if my... Okay, hold on. That's exciting. Like, I'm racing right now. If that's correct, Rinna is in the chapel. And Rinna is the one that has the hoe. She's 1. So she should go on the first rank according to me. The chapel should be on the first row, east or west, according to me. Okay, We're gonna go with that. Like quick little break just to change the camera settings. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna go with that. So we learned so much. We learned a lot there. We have a theory around the chapel now. Is this moving? It is not. Okay. Let's turn this off. Okay, so there's only one option. It's either on or off. How mysterious is that? What did I just do? So I turned off. All right, it's going to be another step, but let's go ahead and go out now. 43. Starting tomorrow, we'll have 70. That's totally fine. Nothing happened here. I can't open this yet. But, okay, what did we just accomplish? We just turned on something blue over here. Obviously, we probably want to light all of them. I'm going to guess that's kind of our goal there. But what will happen if we light all 4 of them? Oh, this is an elevator. Oh, this is an elevator. Oh, that's a... No, it's not an elevator. But there are rooms over here. It's probably not an elevator, but what will... Okay. I'm getting ahead of ourselves and stuff. Let's just go in. Let's get our game going. We learned quite a bit. It's not even close to 2 o'clock. What? I need to remember what sundials do. Maybe I don't have the right concept of what a sundial does. All right, let's start west. I like the den. I also like the hallway. Let's go the hallway. Now, usually... Oh, I didn't see if it gave us a key or anything. Damn, I'm dumb. Okay, here we go. This is the first one. Pray... Crowbar. I wish we would have taken a picture of the study. I think it's the study I'm talking about, or the office. I'm not sure. Actually, wait, we can see our playthroughs. Study. That's what it is. It was a study. In the study, there was something that said which words are not used. Rosary. The words rhyme together. Or not rhyme. They're built of the same letters, but one letter is different than the other one. And that letter, I think you're supposed to write down which letter is missing. Beads, prayer, God, crowbar. Not sure what that would be. I don't think there is a meaning to this one. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. That is not true because it is not a handwritten note. Okay. I like the pantry. Mailroom is nice. My package has been delivered, but at the same time, what we need right now are gems and coins. Same thing. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. So we're going to get 2 steps for that. And there is nothing else in here except for desert. It's missing an S. So S1. I think S1. I think that's what it is. Pantry. I'm not sure how this is going to work yet. I don't know what it accomplishes, but I'm pretty sure I'm right that the letter and the number is a coordinate on the chessboard. That's what I think we're going with. West Wing Hall is perfect, actually. Let's go there. And yeah, there shouldn't be anything else I'm missing here. An egg timer. No, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we're good. Late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Okay. There's no way to know what this says over here, right? Plain. That's the entry hall. That's the antechamber. Blueprint. Wait. Plans. Planes. The West Wing Hall is E. E1. You guys see what I'm doing there, right? Like, I just want to make sure everyone, like, it sounds really crazy, but planes, plan, E is the letter that's missing from both of the words, and we're currently on, rank 2, sorry. It should be E2. And then the way I'm looking at the number part is I'm actually just counting what row it's on. Okay. I'm going to go this way now. Parlor will get us to the hallway. Bedroom. I don't like that. And I have to draft it. Well, a storeroom. A storeroom will get us a key, a gem, and everything. We might as well go there now. So there he is again. What is this? What's the significance of this guy? So we got a coin. We got... And then check this out. What is this depicting? Pawn. Stairs. Stars. I. So... storeroom. I2. We should probably remember pawn as well. I should note that down. There was no piece here and there was no piece in there either. Okay. Let's keep going up the west. Nook. Mailroom. Yeah, let's go den. Let's definitely go den. It opens up another 2 doorways for us. There's a pawn. There should be a chest. Oh, the chest is not here today. Okay. There was a chest there last run. Crow and row. This is going to be den den R3. Crow and row. Wow, that's not the letter B. I don't know why I did that. Den is R3. Crow and row, and it's a pawn. Okay. I like this. I like this. We've got momentum going. Okay. Crow and row. Now, I don't want to keep going north because I feel like we are pushing our luck here. Let's try to go inward and find a room that'll let us go towards the middle. Oof. Okay. This is not bad. We can go in with... Okay, we can go into the gem. Okay. Tie. I don't know the word for this. Is this a cake? Tie or not? Come on, guys. I need your energy. I need your energy. Tell me what this means. Tie. Tier? Like 3 tiers? Tie and tier would be R. Let's go with that. That's the only word I can think of that's even remotely close. So, observatory. So, tier and ties, that's an R3. Right? And is there any chess piece in here? There's a knight. And that was a pawn. And that was a pawn. Okay. That's a knight. Well, let's take a look at what our what we have today. Today is 2, the twins. A pair of chests have been added to the entrance hall. Okay. I will absolutely take that. That is a great, great development. So the entrance hall has 2 chests now. And I don't think there's anything we can do up here except for change the level of the... Okay. Let's go back and get those chests because I don't want to go forward to higher ranks yet. So 34, that's a pawn. 33, I know I'm wasting steps, I know, but I'd much rather go to the east now. And we now have 2 chests to open, but we only have 1 key. Give me a good one. Gem? Electric key card. Okay, and we can't open this yet. Okay, we can't open that yet. We got an electric key card though. That's pretty big. Good pull. Good pull. Why am I remembering the security room? I wrote something down for the security room. Okay, but that's a good room because it gives us 2 doors. Okay. Night. But there's no pictures. Oh, there are. Okay. Pin and pine. E. So E, pin and pine, E1, and it's a knight. Okay. Let's read what the board says. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks. Okay, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked. Yeah. The antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant. So it's the same thing. Is the terminal password the same? It looks like it is, Swan Song. I guess we could test it before leaving here. We could actually just try to type it in. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything as far as typing goes. Unless written by hand, read memos or lies. Okay, so same rules apply to the other day. Someone was drinking coffee here. All right, let's log into the network. Okay, Swan Song is always going to be the password, or we've gotten it 2 days in a row. I think, hold on, this is a smart move. If I look at remote terminal access, office, lab, shelter. So there's definitely a shelter. Lab and office. I don't think we've been to either of the lab or the office before. Okay. Mail can only be accessed from the office. Data transfers are not available. Let's do a special order. Oh. Sleeping mask, sledgehammer, shovel, running shoes, magnifying glass, brass compass. Let's try running shoes, because I don't know what that would do, but it makes me think that it would like maybe make my steps cost less, or the commissary. Okay, so in 1 to 2 days, the commissary will have running shoes available for me. So in 1 or 2 days, I should be able to get running shoes from the commissary, which I don't think we've actually, have we even built the commissary before? Probably not. Let's go to the east wing over here. Our package has been delivered, but I don't want it to be a dead end. If we got this key, then we could theoretically get the trunk at the front of the entrance again. But the parlor will also give us a key because it's a puzzle. So let's do the parlor. Oh, and the windows are open. Look at you. All right, parlor game time, guys. There is a pawn here, and there are 2 pictures. Deer. 10. Buck. What is this? Is this like... It's a deer, right? It's an elk. I don't know what this is. Like... Is that a buck? I don't know what this word is. Okay, what could this word be? It's like a price tag? What is this? It's 10. And it's like a necklace. Price? Buck? Deer? I don't know this one. That bothers me. Like, I don't even have an idea. I don't know what this is. It's got to be a buck, right? Bambi? No, it's not going to be Bambi. I have a feeling it's not going to be Bambi. Okay, whatever. Let's play the parlor game. Wind up key. Okay, parlor game it up. Parlor game it up. Let's see if there's anything on the ground first. There is nothing on the ground. Okay. There are 4 boxes in this room. There's only 1 box in this room. The gems are in the true box. Well, there is more than 1 box, so that's a lie. I don't think that's a box. It's got to be black. It's got to be black as the true box. Gems are in the blue. Yeah, this has got to be right here. There's no box in there, right? No. Okay. In here. Nice. I don't think we've lost the parlor game, by the way. Doe. No, doe. I don't know. A doe is a female, isn't it? I don't even know. I'm the worst. I'm the worst outdoor person ever. Like, I love hiking. I love all that, but I don't know animals at all. I don't go hunting. I don't do any of that stuff. So, yeah, I don't think that's. If anything, that's a buck. I think that's a buck. But then, what would this be like? Bruck. Buck. Buck. Her antler. Nah, let's keep it going. I don't know that one. Sorry, guys. We'll have to figure it out later. Guest bedroom gives you the 10 steps. Whenever you enter this room, I do like that. Although we are due for some items. Could really go for some items. Now let's go bedroom. Let's go bedroom. Let's get our 2 steps back. It gets 1 net step. Okay. Hand pointing down. Why would we want a compass? Right? Why would we want a compass? That was strange. It's a pawn. Look at her necklace. This got to be significant somehow. That is a minecart. And as a car. So T. T2? A pawn. T2, and then it's the bedroom. Okay, T2 bedroom. I think all the permanent additions are done unless there's 4 of them. Yeah, it looks like there's room for 4. Okay, so that's cart and car. And that's it. Let's go this way. I feel like is now the time. No, that's gonna be bad. That closes us off. Yeah, get the nook. I think the nook is the right play there, even though it's going to put a weird little block on the other side of this door. Tub. Is that a bat? Bath. A bat and bath. Okay. So, this is nook. So that's H2. And that was a rook. Okay. And let's get this key. Not bad, not bad. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but what I did is I'm now making 5x9 squares. And I'm filling them in as I go. I think that's the right way to approach this game. So now we're labeling each square with the missing letter from each of the 2 pictures, and then we're also writing down what the room is. So let's keep going. Courtyard would be really good. But it shouldn't be a east or west wing, because look, the soil. Now we got a shovel, which is great because now we're going to be able to dig. And then theoretically, this should be a green room then. Wait. Oh my God, we just took a picture of that. Let's look at that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want 4 to be green, but this is still good soil. Good soil. So the first, okay, cool. We want to, let's also dig here real quick. I'm sure there's something in here. Coin, a rather dirty coin. All right, free coin. Cannot complain about that. We want to go that way. Green room. Damn it. I shouldn't. All right. I know this is crazy. I'm going to block out that side, and I'm just going to hope that the middle pans out for us a little bit better. So here's a gem. Billiard room. That's that clue for the billiard room. We got our 10 steps, which is great because that means we walk out of here. Okay. Let's go back towards the middle. Okay. Give me a good room. Shit. That's a terrible room. I don't want to spend more gems, but I think I'm going to have to. No, because then... This is an awful draw because look, no matter what I pick, I can't go this way. So I'm going to have to go down to the nook, to the bedroom, back to the parlor, back to security, back to entrance just to get this room. That's a terrible room. I guess corridor? Like, does it magically? No, when I read the it's always unlocked, I thought that maybe, just maybe, it would open this, but it's not. Rod and road. Rod and road. So A3. You know what I've been doing wrong? I have been labeling them by the rank. We have to look at that picture. I don't know if it's like a conventional chessboard label or if it's like there were numbers down here and letters up here. But we need to figure out. Okay. So that was a big mistake, guys. That was a big mistake because now look at this. We're closed in here. We got to go all the way back. It's going to be 1, 2. We're going to get... Okay, that's fine to get to the entrance hall. However, we have a key. So the good news is we have a key. So we can open the trunk at the entrance. And if you think about the 10 steps that we gained going into the bedroom, it doesn't turn out that bad for us. Let's see what's in the other trunk. Oh my God, it's money. Absolute money. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Now let's go this way. Shit. If we'd gotten that other room that gives us 5 for every... Shit. I mean, I think we have to... Well, actually, it doesn't matter because we're locked in either way. A part of me almost wants to put the chapel down here, but it's a 3-door room. We want to keep that. Let's just make the bunk room. We probably want to keep the 3-door room for later. Oh, it's our buddy. How's our friend doing? How's our little guy? What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. What's your name? I don't remember your name. What did we give you a name? No. Your name is Speedy though, because you're fast. You're fast as fuck, boy. As if to prove my point. Look at him go. Look at him pick up speed. Oh my god. Okay. Bridge. Bride. Bridge and bride is gonna be G2. G2. And what is the chess piece? What is it? Oh, more money. I'll take it. What's the chess piece in here, though? Camp Colonel. Spears. Ah, pawn. It's a pawn. Okay. Nothing we can touch in here, right? No. All right, so now this is where I think I need to go outside because I'm so close to the entrance anyways. Now would be the time to activate the red room stuff. So let's go outside. It's going to cost us 2 steps. So it's going to 27. And then we got to go into the shelter. That's 26. And then we got to go back into the... And we got to exit the room. That's 25. And then we got to go back in the entrance hall. It's 24. That's a lot of steps, but I think it's worth it. Okay. Interesting. So we don't have a shelter. 2 special items. Ooh, I like this. I like this. But also we don't know what items we're going to get. I'm going to make the hovel. And look, we can dig. Coins. We got a bunch of coins. I wish there was a way to like notice of termination. 45 rooms. 2 wings. Four, 5, 292. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay, let's take a picture of this note. So they're saying 4, 5, 292. Coincidence. Why would that be a coincidence? A coincidence with what? 4, 5, 292. This number must be significant for something. 7590 tested my full house theory, no luck as expected. Also, the colors are different. Someone else wrote coincidence and someone else wrote as expected. Where is room 46? Okay. Super, super interesting, guys. The mystery is afoot. Candles, by the way, which is another thing I totally forgot. We're halfway there to whatever the hell this does. And we're halfway on our footsteps, 25. So we're not doing too bad when it comes to turning on the lights. If you look at it at a per light, per foot ratio, I think we're on pace to hit all 4 lights this run. But, okay. What's this note say? Dear Mr. Ravane. Why do I remember that name? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Why do I remember this name? Oh, do you know it's bad when I can't even read my own writing? No, you know what? You know what? I might be pulling this out of my ass, but I believe Danny Ravane was fired. Danny Ravane was fired for stealing the Baron's mail. And somebody said, was that ever proven? Is that correct? I think I'm right. So that's why the notice of termination is to him. I should say, you stole mail. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. Half-hearted? Damn. Even on the way out, they're like, hey, your shitty maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as a groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage, house manager. Okay, so that lady fired him, but they told him it was because his housekeeping sucked or his maintenance sucked. But if I remember correctly, he was also accused of stealing mail. I believe that is what we saw on a letter somewhere. Danny Ravane. Okay. So I don't think we're going to be able to... Let's go to where the garage was last run and see if we're able to build a room. There's no bridge. There is no bridge unless you unlock. Got it. Okay. Okay. I see you, game. I see you shaking that ass. I see you, baby. So they thought ahead of us, and we're not able to go there without making a room on the west wing that goes outside. Now there are 2 lights here. I am going to go out on a limb and say that these 2 are what control the last 2. And I think it has to do with the green rooms. So we are hopefully going to get another green room when we go to the den. I think we're going to the den. Yeah, because all we got is den and observatory. I did not do a good job. I did not do a good job on this one because we're going to... There's 1 step. There's 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to suck. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. Let's go. Give me a good room. Kitchen, for sure. Kitchen, 3 steps. But we can buy a bunch with 16 gold, right? What can we buy with 16 gold? Oh, baby. 8 steps for 8 gold. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's 15. I could buy all 3 courses. Let's just buy all of them. All day. Give me... Did you just read that, by the way? That's going to give me 5 footsteps every time I enter a red room. And if I'm remembering correctly, if we have a trophy room, it'll give us plus 10. Okay. if I'm remembering, we don't have a single red room yet. So that was an enormous room. We just did great. We're back up to 32 steps. Oh, there's a dog for sure. Or, yeah, it's a dog. Card, car. Kitchen. So D4. And then what is the... There's got to be a piece in here somewhere. Wait, is it maybe in the menu? Oh, the banana's back on the course. Okay. So I could technically buy another banana. Is there no... There's no chess piece here. Odd. Now that makes me wonder if I'm wrong about my theory. Because there should be a chess piece if what I'm thinking is correct. No, there's no chess piece. Shit. That threw my theory right out the window. Unless it's just not an important... This is going to sound dumb, but should I go in through here? Or should I go into the observatory? I think I should go to the observatory. Because I need to go this way. And unless I go in through this side... Let's say the room only has 2 doors. It'll give me kitchen and observatory and then lock it out. I think I should go observatory. Even though it costs me an extra step, I think this is the right play. Also, I got +2 while I'm in here. What does that mean? While I'm in here is what it says this. Okay. I wonder what these stars are. I am so glad that I came in through this way. Yeah, we're gonna go spare room. Only way north now for us. We are totally screwed if this does not give us a way north. Or even east. We can go east or north, one or the other. Also, what is the significance of this room? Every time I've been here, it's been kind of like a there's nothing in here room. I can't grab the tape. This is a spare room, huh? Can't grab the ladder. Can't grab the paint or the roller. Okay. Here we go, guys. This whole run relies on this. This has to be a room that has more than one. Holy shit, and it was locked too. Thank God we have a key. Dining room. It's the only option. Wow. Wait, was there a painting on there? I don't think there's no paintings on there. Pilot. Plot. Right? That's pilot. That's a pilot and a plot. So that's an I. I think that's pilot and plot. Hold on. We missed one. What did we miss? Kitchen. Kitchen was... Shit. What was the kitchen? I don't remember. D room. And it's I5. I5, and the piece is a... There's no piece. What is wrong? There is no piece. There is no chess piece. So maybe I'm in... Oh, pawn. Pawn. Maybe I just missed it on the other one? Pawn. Dining room will not be served until we reach the 8th rank. Okay, so we're 3 rooms away from that. Gotta keep going north, right? Gotta keep going north. Just make sure there's nothing on the ground. Wait. I gotta access like my memories. Kitchen was not pine and pin. What was kitchen? Shit, you guys know what it is and I don't. You guys know what it is and I don't. I'm trying to remember. If you guys didn't know this about me, I have terrible memory. Terrible. It was... I don't remember. We're not going to know. Just keep going. Shit. Now, this is going to sound weird. However, if we were to get the mailroom here, doesn't that give us a better chance of getting... Okay, I'm trying to like peel back the layers of this game. I believe there are rooms that have 1 door, 2 doors, and 3 doors. And there's very rarely one that has 4 doors. If we were to make this the commissary, right? I think we need to make this a commissary. Because I was thinking if I made it a mailroom, then when we go here, it has to go north. But that's not true because it can go to the kitchen wall. So we need to make this a commissary just to keep the lane open. Okay. And I've never been in the commissary, so it makes sense to come over here. Dirigy blocks. That is what I used to be playing when my dad was watching me pack or something. I used to play this game all the time. I'm really good at this game. Also, a cigarette machine. Annual Maid's Day sale. Day 20 and 21, 50% off. Okay. Remember that at the commissary. 20 and 21. Wow, we're on day 4. How many days is this going to take us? Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Miss Babbage. Terminal password is Swan Song. This would give us Swan Song. Interesting. I just looked over at the right real quick. So we know that terminals can be found at security and at laboratory and at office and at shelter. So there's 4 terminals. There's 4. With, without. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to 16. Also write that down. So, cliff, with and without. With and without. Also, very interesting. Why are those arrows there? That's not just coincidence. There has to be something to do with these arrows. With and without. 10. Pendant. I don't know what this would be. Beach. 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 Bleach. Breach. Brooch. Brooch. Wait, this is a lie. This is a lie because it's red and it's not handwritten. Also, look, there's shoes and there's magnifying glasses. Hold on. We just spent all of our gold. We spent all of our gold. Actually, all of our gold. We spent all of our gold. I mean, I couldn't. That's a lot. That's a lot. That would have been a lot to save. All right, so let's go. Let's go this way. I don't think we're gonna find anything. This is really bothering me, guys. I need your help. I'm not asking for you to tell me the answer, but I need you guys to give me your mental energy. Locked. Oh boy. That'll give us access to the outside. Cannot see the footage. Well, okay, so here's the deal. I can't do closet because if I do closet, I will get 2 items, and if one of them's not a key, then I'm boned. I'm absolutely boned. So it has to be dark room. Because even if I go outside, that doesn't do anything for me. Oh, but it gives me 3 keys. Interesting. But this gives me a definite way up. But this gives me 3 keys. I gotta do this. And then I can go outside. No, okay. So these 3 keys have to let me in here, and I need to go north, or else the game's over. There's no way we get back. What a terrible run. This has actually been pretty shit, but we've learned a lot. So I'm not worried about the fact that we're definitely not going to... Wait, what? I remember that sign. Wait. Oh my god. The garage has to be in a specific spot. I believe... Oh, we gotta go back. Day 3. The garage was in rank 4. And now it's in rank 5. Garage has to be in rank 4. Garage... rank 4 must. Well, we've learned something else. I mean, that's huge to know. So if it's not here, it won't open the garage door. Or is it because we already went outside? That's the other option, right? That is the other option. And that is a bath. A vial. Tub. Tube. Tub and tube. Tub and tube. Yeah. So E5. 3 keys, guys. We continue on. Just barely. There's no, like, anything to open here, right? Or there's no... No. There's nothing I can, like, pick up. Tub and tube. Clamp. Bleach. Is there a puzzle piece? Or is there a chess piece? No, there isn't. Gas? No. The broom. The broom is in the garage. And the broom angel is 5. What does that mean? I don't think that means anything then. All right. We have one more pool. Has to be a chapel then, right? Because we can't go that way. We definitely can't go that way. It's all right. That's okay. Because we get 5 steps. What? Shit, I didn't get that one. I didn't get the red 5 steps thing. I got the foot. Oh. I failed. I failed this chat. Okay, I failed. I should have gotten the footsteps for the red instead. That's weird because there is a bishop here, but there aren't any paintings that I would consider. Where's the one with the hoe? 1. Yeah. Okay. And the broom is 5. Wait, we just said the garage, the broom is 5. You know what? You know what my theory is? This is my theory. My theory is that this is telling us where we need to build the rooms that have these things. So far, the only rooms I've noticed is... Oh, that's pretty. Had we seen that one before? I don't remember that one. Hoe should have been built in rank 1 on this run. Broom should be built in rank 5 this run. I think that's what it is. And if that's the case, then we want to get to chapel early so we know. All right, guys, everything's on the line here. This is going to be the last door of our run, or this is going to be... Has to be a dark room. Ouch, this is going to hurt. But it gives us a way north, and it gives us a way south. Shit. The problem is I can't pick anything up when it's dark. So I need the breaker room to be able to actually interact with anything. Which is so dumb. It should theoretically let me just grab stuff even though it's dark. Alright. Well. It is what it is. If we go up one more room, then we will have a chained rank 8. And then we can go back to the dining room and get 20 more steps. So let's do that. We're going to go north real quick. I didn't realize... I didn't realize that the penalty of this room applies. That makes so much sense now. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in the room. I thought that meant that while I was in the room, everything was dark. And then we flipped the breaker and then it lit up and everything was fine. But it means anytime you build a room, you can't see what the next room is. So we are blindly going to have to pick this one, or this one. And my heart tells me to go with the one that requires steps because I believe it's got higher chance. I believe it's a higher chance of having two exits. They're both 3. So they're both special rooms. Can I not I can't read my special room thing. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his tail. Let's go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Four items. And dinner is served. Well, okay, let's see if it was worth it. 3 of them are a key. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Oh, I should have grabbed that first. What was I thinking? Okay. Okay, so the disaster is that there's no way out of this, right? However, the dining room now has food. And we have 3 coins. We do not have a trophy room, though. Okay, so this is a walk-in closet. There's nothing else that we can click on, right? So this must be Lady Epson's walk-in closet. And it's a pawn. And it's a box. Barrel. Box. Chest. It's not a barrel. Why would I say barrel? My brain is frozen. I'm just like barrel. It's not a barrel, guys. Growth. Data. Bar. Graph. Crate. This is a stretch, but crate, create. No, that's not even really the same word. Crate, create. Okay, wait. Crate, create. No, it's not. It's not the same word. Podium. Presentation. Oh, this has to be the easiest one to identify. It's like box. Blocks. Brox. Ball. I don't know this one either. This is so bad. Box. Crate. No. Don't know it, guys. Sorry. Don't know it. Sorry, guys. However, dinner is served. So let's go get dinner real quick. The good thing is when I'm going to lose a coin for going to the chapel. Okay. I'll lose a coin for going to the chapel, but I'll go to the commissary, and now I'm going to dinner, and that should give me 20 more steps. Have dinner. We need our steps. Okay. We're down to one possible way again. I mean, I like this. If there's any way that we're down to 1 coin too. If there's any way that we're going to survive. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe a special room is always closed. So we're going to go with this one. Madre mía, santo. ¿Por qué me hiciste esto? Oh, that's a kick in the balls, isn't it, my friends? Isn't it? That's the run, right? There's no other way we could do this. Shit. We got boned. We got boned pretty hard. That is a run, and this is tie. Closet, maybe. I guess, does it even matter? Because it's all going to change tomorrow. Does it even matter? Does it even matter? What is this? M8? No, M7. Closet. God. Well, guys, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. In retrospect, I think my mistakes were here. Here for sure. But I mean, that was just bad luck. That was RNG. It's really about the first 3 levels having north access, I think. Because the more I look at this right here. At one point, we got so banged that we had 1, 2, 3. 3 of our rank 2 rooms did not have a way north. So if you're the entrance hall, the only way to get to the rank 3 would be going this long route. And if you were in the entrance hall, the only way to get up would be that way. So you dance with the devil, you eventually get burned. I think I learned that from this run. We're going to do much better next run. However, that's going to wrap up this episode. Let's call it a day. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Yeah, I know. As always, guys, if you guys are enjoying this series and you want to watch some more blueprints, please subscribe. It's totally free and it helps our channel out a lot. I think I've stated this before, but our goal is 500 subscribers in 2025. We're about almost halfway there. Super excited to see the channel grow. And one thing I did want to point out too, I will be releasing a statement soon about it, but you'll be getting Minecraft videos back into the regular rotation. Unfortunately, there was an issue with our gaming computer, our recording computer, and it's currently being warrantied. So that's out of commission for about 6 weeks. But I will continue playing Blueprints. I will continue playing Minecraft because those are the 2 games that I can record on this rig. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Game Therapy. Like the videos so others can find us, and subscribe so you won't miss the next episode.